Welcome this morning to Ted Rice, a brewmaster and partner in Margle Brewery. Welcome. So a brewer actually named Rice. Do they make rice beer?
No, we do not use rice in any of our beers.
You don't. There you go. Okay, good answer. Actually, tell us, how did you first get started in brewery?
Let's see. I graduated college in the early 90s and just found there was a wealth of flavor out there in all these new microbreweries, and so I was just tasting all these beers, and my brother gave me a homebrew kit for my birthday, brewed a couple batches at home, and then said, you know what, I really want to get into this industry. So I went to my local brew pub, asked them for a job. I worked there for a year, did a lot of the grunt work. From there, I went out to the American Brewers Guild, took a course, and after that, I brewed in Florida for a year, and then moved out to New Mexico in '99.
That is amazing. That's great. Great, nice little package. You should put that on a piece of paper and frame it, because honestly, that's wonderful how somebody, you know, is just interested in it, and all of a sudden, boom, becomes, you know, actually a master in it. So that's
My
great.
parents were encouraging me to get in a line of work that I was interested in, and I just ran with it.
Right. That's awesome. Now, tell us about Margle Brewery.
Margle Brewery opened up in April of 2008, and we are a production brewery. We package in both glass and kegs and distribute throughout the state. We sell the majority of our beer in New Mexico, the majority of it in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. And we have an on-site tasting room where you can come in and taste all the beers that we brew, come back, get a tour of the brewery. And we focus on hop-forward beers like India Pale Ale.
There you go. And there's now tell me about your emblem there, the Marble Brewery. Is that hops that you were saying?
So those are hops in the center of the Marble. We're located on 111 Marble Avenue on the north side of downtown.
And what is that? Those are big vats where
those are fermenters.
Okay, fermenters. Gotcha.
Yes, that's where the beer transforms from a sugary malt liquid into beer.
So how long does it take for a beer to ferment?
Fermentation lasts about 2 weeks for most of the beers we make.
That is amazing. And what are we looking at here?
Those are the taps there in our tasting room. We have 10 to 14 beers on tap all the time, a wide variety of flavor.
Yeah, I think that one of our crew members here actually just had your beer this week actually.
That's our tasting room right there.
Wonderful, nice. That's very nice tasting. So it looks spacious, looks pretty big.
Yes, we have about 80 seats indoors, and then we have an outdoor patio, and we do live music as well outside.
Excellent, that's wonderful. And here we got some more beer.
There's a sampler tray right there.
Look at all the different colors. I just noticed that right away. That's wonderful, beautiful. So what makes the colors actually? What makes the colors?
What makes the colors are the ingredients you use. So beer is made up of water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. And barley is a seed that grows on a grass, and barley is harvested by the farmer, sold to the maltster. The maltster germinates the grain and then kilns it. And you can have malted barley that's very pale in appearance, like this.
So now that's barley?
This is malted barley. It's been germinated and kilned. This is what's known as a pale malt or base malt. If we make a beer with just this golden colored malt, we have a golden colored beer.
Now what does malted mean?
Malting is when the maltster soaks the barley seed in water, allows it to germinate, develop enzymes, and then once it's softened up, then the barley is kilned and dries it out. And you can kiln it so it's very, very pale, or you can kiln it so it's caramelized. So wonderful. A little bit of this caramel malt will add a caramel flavor and also an amber color, a richer, fuller mouthfeel and texture. And you can also kiln the malt. That's a dark one, huh? Kiln the malt to the point where it's carbonized, and this will give the beer a black appearance, roasty flavors, whether it's chocolate, coffee, just flat out burnt. So the brewer will take a blend of these different malts to create the different colors and flavors and textures in a beer. So we have water, malted barley, hops.
Yeah, what are hops? I always hear about that.
Right, you always hear about hops. A lot of people confuse malt with hops, but hops are a flower of the climbing hop vine. They look like little green pine cones, and in the hop flower are bitter resins and aromatic oils. And the bitter resins will bitter the beer, balance out the sweetness from the malted barley.
Wow.
And the aromatic oils will give the beer a hoppy flavor and hoppy aroma. This right here.
Good for Easter, a hoppy flavor.
Yes,
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
we're all going to be hopping around at Marnie's party.
Awesome.
So this is an India Pale Ale here, and this beer has a lot of malt flavor, but it's really a hop-dominated beer. So it has a pretty big, floral, bright, aromatic hop flavor, and then
I can smell that from here. Oh my goodness!
Has a little bit of a caramel base to kind of even it out, and a nice, crisp, bitter finish.
It smells, wow. Yeah, by all means. It smells wonderful, I have to say. It just smells wonderful. Now, when you say caramelized or caramel,
sure,
are you talking about real caramel or like?
Sure, the sugars inside the malted barley kernel
Gotcha, so
are
it caramelized. That's
caramelized
amazing.
during the kilning process. They allow it to stew in there and caramelize. And you can also caramelize in the kettle as well when you're boiling the malted barley extract.
That is amazing. So are you guys going to be at the Beer Week?
We will be at the Beer Week. We're going to bring 6 different beers. Please come on by and say hello.
Right. And what else to expect if I want to go check out Margle Brewery? What else can I expect there?
Oh, you can expect a lively atmosphere. People there are very passionate about beer and about what we do, and so you can strike up a conversation with somebody quite easily and talk about beer or just talk about what's going on in the neighborhood.
Sounds good. And now, quickly, anything about like pairing food and beer? I know they talk a lot about wine and food and stuff like that, but what about beer and food?
Sure. So there is an amazing variety of flavors that you can have in beer that will really complement and work with food very well. So here is a unfiltered hazy wheat beer. So it has fruity yeast aromatics.
Yeah, and I can see some little bits in it, so it is unfiltered, right? Like the suds, that's pretty
and it's all perfectly wholesome and healthy
awesome
for you. But pairing beer and food, it's not rocket science. You kind of want to match intensity. You don't want one component overwhelming another. Beer is nice in that it has carbonation and cleanses the palate, and bitterness will cut through fat, and malty sweetness will offset spiciness.
That's awesome. It's amazing how much there is into it. Actually, the hours and the location of Margle Brewery right here is on your screen. It's 111 Marble Northwest, Albuquerque, 505-243-2739. Monday to Saturday, 1 p.m. to midnight. Sunday from 1 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Actually, Ted, we so appreciate having you here, actually. And we want everybody to go out to the Marble Brewery. And thanks for the education. And we'll be back with a final brewski after the break. Thanks so much.
Great, thanks.